And the weather's nice, so we just keep on going. What a long day yesterday. I got up here, I stayed down at Fort Selden at my place down there. I was supposed to come up here and stay yesterday, or not last night, night before last. And I ended up staying and leaving. I got up at 3 and left and came up here. Didn't get up here until, I don't know, it was a little later than I should have been here, but I got everything taken care of and saddled my mule and everything. Took off. It looks bad up there. And I know I probably, I shouldn't be going out. I'm going to get wet. But dadgummit, I've planned for a long time, This is what I plan to do today. And I know if I sit there on the porch and for some reason it doesn't rain or it goes around me or whatever, I won't sleep good tonight and I'll be upset. So, this is not an early start because I screwed around. I didn't get up here yesterday. I got up here this morning, and I did a lot of things, got a lot of things ready, but my old dogs, they decided to go hunting without me. I let them loose. Usually they're the ones just sitting around waiting. I don't know what they got on, but I didn't hear them, but they took off down the creek. Shoot, I don't care. Anyway, I brought some trash bags, so in case it starts raining, I can put them over my drone. My good camera has a waterproof case, and I got my slicker, so it is. Here we go. I mean, it is a beautiful day. The kind of overcast and pretty cool, a little mist in the air, and it rained the night before, so it was pretty good, and I got up there on top and was going, and I took all the dogs because I haven't been able to get them out as much as I've wanted to, and got up there on top, and Dan and Booger and Maggie May and who else, they started a track, and man, they were just going slow, but they were off where I really couldn't get to them with the mule. This is exactly what it was like when we ran that bear out of that next canyon over, right off over in there. I mean, you could tell, there'd been something, I haven't seen any sign, but it's rained real hard. And you can just see the dogs, they'll boo-hoo here and bark there and open up, but they can't really trail. Now I got Dietz and Dan and Booger. That's Dan. And it's a beautiful day. Overcast. I bet it's not, it's probably 65, 68 degrees. A little bit of moisture in the air. The only thing is P just will not honor anybody but Booger. And, well, she'd honor Shine and Sissy probably, but Shine and Sissy decided to go hunt on their own. So, anyway. It's about 12:30. I'm going to stop up here in this next saddle, probably eat something. Here we go. And Shine and Sissy, my older dogs, and I use Shine kind of as a check dog. She'll kind of tell me what it is. She'll run a bear and a lion, but she won't mess with deer, javelina, or anything like that. And Sissy, she won't hardly run a bear, but she'll run a lion. So I was up there watching them, and they were just poking along. I thought, man, that looks pretty good. But now P, and P's pretty selfish. She don't like to honor, and it kind of bothered me because Booger was a little tight-lipped on it. And but anyway, they got going up over the top, and we were just moving along with them. Pretty soon they got about 300 or 400 yards away from me, according to the GPS. Man, I heard them bawling, and they were up on top of the divide up there, and that's a long ways up there. Sure enough, they went down into the river there, and it, it's like, once you go down in there, you know it's going to be a long day.
All right, I had some questions and then try to put things in perspective of the area I hunt. This little old 2-lane paved road that comes on up and winds its way up to the pass up here on top. Elevation gain is, I don't know, it runs from about 6,000 feet down here to 9,000 something feet right up here at the pass. There's a little old dirt road that comes on into my place. It's about 8 miles from the highway to my place. This piece of property right here is my place. Let me see here. That right there is my place. The wilderness boundary starts right in here somewhere. It's not marked on this. But all this is roadless wilderness area. There's no roads. There's one road that comes in off over here and runs up to the wilderness boundary, but you know, to get to it, you have to drive over this road, work your way. These are all little hairpin, horseshoe, you know, turns up and down, and it probably take you, I mean, time you got around here and got up here, it'd take you a good 8 hours. But this is, I mean, just rough, up and down, bluffy country. You know, it goes from, in the bottom of the canyons, it'll go from 6,000 something feet to the tops in places, you know, like the peak. It's probably, you know, right at 10,000 feet. Most of it's around 9,000 to 8,000 feet up in here. Anyway, most of these trails, these red lines are all trails. And they're just non-existent. They haven't done any trail maintenance in here in years and years and years. And like, for instance, this trail leading out of my place, it goes on up the canyon, and you can get up through there to right about here, and then all this is gone. I mean, it's downfall timber. We had the big silver fire that came through here several years ago, and just devastated everything. And then the floods came and washed everything down, washed out everything. So, you know, you have to bushwhack. You have to know where you can go, or more than that, you have to know where you can't go. And but most of these trails, that last bear we ran clear back up into here, right here by South Saco. And I mean, from my place to South Saco, let's see, from right there to my place is right at about 6.8 miles. Right, pretty close to 7 miles, and that's as the crow flies. So you can imagine, you know, we had to bushwhack through here. We got up on this divide trail and kind of picked our way down, and then I tried to take this trail, but about halfway down through there, it's just completely washed out. And I mean washed out where you can't ride a mule, you can't lead a mule through it. I mean, it's like a 12-foot drop off on each side and big boulders and rocks. You just can't get through there. So to get down there, I had to bushwhack down through here, and it takes a long time. This trail back in here, it's been gone for many years. Nobody's done anything with it, and this trail's gone. You can get through here, but it's nothing nice. Now, if you get back off over here in Railroad Canyon, they have maintained this trail up to the top right in here. It's a pretty popular little hiking trail that these guys hike. But so and then we have this private property down in here, and you know, I have permission. I can go down in there and hunt. I don't ever start out on that property. If my dogs are trailing and they end up down in there, then I'm allowed to go down in there. You know, I don't like to start down there. They guide hunters and everything back down in there, and they're rancher. I mean, if I'm on a lion or something, they want me to go down there and try to catch him. But other than that, you know, I just don't start down there. And this, you get back up in here, this is all Ted Turner's Ladder Ranch property back in here. And I don't have permission to hunt that. But anyway, so I stay in this area as much as I can because it's so easy to just saddle up my mule and ride right out of my place, you know. And I do go south of the highway from time to time. I've got some video that I took last year that I'll be adding. I'll probably put them up. You put it up, you know, like on a Thursday or something. Call it Throwback Thursday. Nothing exciting, just some different country, some different areas. We did a little trailing and yeah, didn't catch anything. But anyway, this is the area I hunt and where I spend most of my time. Now they're way down in the bottom of the canyon and it's a long ways down there, and every time I get down there, I mean, either you got to stay the night or you come out way after dark. I can hear them down there. I think they got it caught too. So I was determined. I said, I'm going to go with them, and man, I could hear them baying down there on the bottom. I mean, they were baying down at the bottom. So I went down, hit the trail going down there, and I hadn't been down that trail in probably 2 years. The dogs are 1.3 miles down in that canyon right there. I've come off of this before, but it's nothing nice. But there's a trail right up here, but last time I heard the trail was washed out real bad. It's washed out. It's terrible. Unbelievable to get through it, it's just... So I had to come back. I tried to get off in one spot and I couldn't, so I had to come back and bushwhack down the side of this little finger, and it took me forever. And then sure enough, when I started to get close, and I was making a lot of noise because I was bushwhacking, going through those rocks and down timber and everything, and bam, they took off and they went up, crossed the river up the other side. And I finally got down to the bottom. I just kept on going. And I could hear them baying again up the nastiest, roughest little canyon you ever find, down there. And so shoot, I started trying to figure out a way to get up through there, and I was bushwhacking, and I could hear them. I got within about 300 yards and almost stepped on a rattlesnake. I was riding my mule. I wasn't off walking, and big old, he was 4 foot long, and I got off, and I won't leave a rattlesnake unless it's one of those little rock rattlers. They're pretty rare, but those big old black-tailed rattlesnakes we got up here, I kill them. And I got off and got to fighting with him. He got underneath a rock, and I got him killed finally, but I guess I made too much noise, and there they go again, up over that canyon, off over there. And I never seen the bear, but I'm sure it was one of these little greyhound looking bears we got up here, and ran over in the next canyon, and they bayed for a little while there, and then the dogs kind of scattered. So that, that was 4:30 in the afternoon. We'd started that bear that morning. So and my dogs aren't in real good shape, so I'm sure they were getting tired and sore-footed, and they kind of scattered. But I went all the way around. Luckily, there was a little old trail that goes up through there, a marked trail on the map. And man, I hit that and got up there, and I could hear, you don't ever know what happens. The dogs were kind of scattered, and it wasn't as good as it could have been, So I gathered the dogs up. I came from up over there. Where's my finger? Way over there on the other side of those mountains. I finally got Booger back. My phone went dead, so I can't. Usually I use my phone to whatever you call it, but anyway, I still got Clara, Dan the Man, and Maggie May, and Deets down in the bottom down there. Booger was coming up through here, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know. That they had it caught over there, and I had to stop and kill a rattlesnake. I was riding up the side of the mountain, and I just hate to leave a rattlesnake alive, so. And it took me a little while. He got under a rock, and then I don't know what happened. It broke and ran, but I'm gonna go back down here where these dogs are, and then I don't want to ride out of here after dark with the snakes as thick as they are, so I'll go down here to there's an old windmill down here. I don't know if there's water in it. If not, I'll go down into the river and just lay out tonight. I got everything I need. I'll be okay. Anyway, I just need water. I got water, but I need more water so I can water this mule and have coffee in the morning. I bring coffee in a way to heat it up and make it. It's a necessary thing if you're gonna lay out. You gotta have coffee. Anyway, it was an adventure. Here we go. And headed on out, and I got out, got down, and I picked up Booger. He was the furthest away. He was still trying to go over the hill, so I think whatever that bear did down in that canyon kind of scattered the dogs, and Booger was the only one who stayed with him, and because the other dogs are young dogs. For the most part, it was Dan's track. I mean, Dan's the one who started it, and he's the one,
I really like the way he trails, you know. But anyway, I got him gathered up, and I was just going to spend the night up there. And I got down to the windmill, and the windmill didn't have any water in it, and it's totally disconnected. So I went on down to the river, and I thought, well, you know, I still had another hour, a daylight hour and a half. So I thought, well, I'll get as close, you know, back to camp as I can. And shoot, I started heading down through there, and Lori, she's a young dog, and man, she was kind of lagging behind us, you know. Shoot, I had 9 dogs out there with me, and she was kind of lagging behind, and all of a sudden she started booger barking and run. I mean, just running right through the river and looking over her shoulder. And I thought, what? I've never seen them act like that. I've never seen one of my dogs act like this before. Lori, darling, is just scared to death of something. And then I got to look, and the other dogs didn't pay any attention. I got to watch her. Boy, she just kept looking over her shoulder, and you know, and the hair was up on her back, and her tail was between her legs, and that's wolf country over there. You know, that the ranch down below is one of the ones that raises. They've had a wolf program, and I don't know the whole deal. I don't really keep track of it, but it's considered wolf area or wolf territory, whatever they want to call it. And that, to me, I've never had that encounter before, but from what I've read and from what I've talked to people who are, you know, in wolf country, that's kind of the way, you know, there's nothing like a wolf to make your dog act a little owly or scared, you know, and she was dang sure being scared. And so I thought, man, I got these 9 dogs, I don't have any way to tie them up or anything, and you know, if I was going to camp down there and we got a pack of wolves that's working that country, or even, you know, whatever, man, I don't want to take the chance of a wolf coming in the night, or, you know, grabbing one of my dogs, or there being a big old fight in the middle of the night. So I decided just come on back to camp. What do you think, Jed Johnson? My mule still has a little more energy in him. And the weather's nice, so we just keep on going. Dogs still got some feet under them. They had a little trash race just a minute ago. Can't even believe that. Little white-tailed deer jumped up in front of Sheila Puppy and Dietz and Dan and Maggie May. They decided they wanted to go chase them, so. Anyway, they all got some electricity for it. All right, it's gonna get dark, so I probably won't be able to video anymore, but. And I knew I wasn't gonna be back until midnight, you know, and I'm sure I put close to 30, maybe more miles on my mule yesterday, and he was tired coming back. And, you know, those mules, going out, you know, he kind of got the studs on me a little bit. He got tired, and he knew we were going away from camp. Now coming back to camp, he was walking out pretty good, but we'd get on those old long steep grades, you know, and he would kind of run out of air, and he'd stop, and I'd get off and lead him, then I'd run out of air, and I'd get on him, and we'd go, and shoot, we didn't get back here until 12:30, and on the way back, you know, I guess you just kind of get down, you're tired, it's dark, and you're out there by yourself, and you know, I sit there and I think, why do I do this? This is just, it's crazy. And kind of get depressed. Shoot, I was selling all my dogs and my mule, selling my place and quitting, and shoot, I take up golf or whatever. I don't know what people do if they don't, you know, maybe their jobs are totally consuming, and or they, you know, play golf or on a bowling league or something, I guess. I don't know. I've never been that type, but yeah, it was a long day. So woke up this morning though, and I thought, man, I'd like to do it again. You know, I'm ready to go. I was thinking maybe I was getting too old, but I'm not ready for the rocking chair yet. So next couple days, I can't go out today. I got to go back. I have a party I got to go to tomorrow. So I'll go back to civilization, and then probably be back out here Tuesday. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. We're not going anywhere. Did you win? I don't think so.